Welcome to Tuesday Crackle Reviews. Today we'll take a look at the 1988 horror classic reboot of The Blob. The movie opens with the town at a high school football game where it is revealed that Meg, a cheerleader played by Shawnee Smith, who went on to be in the Saw movies as Jigsaw's assistant and was in The Becker as a ditzy receptionist, is dating or wanting to date Paul, a football player played by Donovan Leitch, who is in a lot of things, but none of it I've seen or really care to. While this is going on, a loner, Brian, played by Kevin Dillon, also in a bunch of stuff I never saw, is in the woods drinking beer. Brian tries to jump his motorcycle over a broken bridge, but his motorcycle conks out and he crashes, while a bum collecting cans laughing at him. Later in the movie, he does this successfully to escape the military. Brian heads back to the town to borrow some tools to fix his motorcycle. The bum is left alone and sees a comet crash. He investigates discovering the blob and gets his left hand covered. Brian returns to work on his bike and the bum comes to him. But before Brian can help him, he the bum runs into the road where Meg and Paul are driving as they are on a date. Paul hits the bum, and the three then take the bum to the hospital. Brian leaves the hospital to go to a diner to eat. Meanwhile, the doctor is pretty much ignoring the bum, but Paul sees that the bum is dissolved and tries to warn people. But the blob gets him too. Meg runs to the diner to tell Brian what happened. In the back, a dishwasher has a clogged sink and then is ate by the blob. Panicked, Brian and Meg flee to the freezer, but the waitress heads to the phone booth outside to get ate along with the entire phone booth by the blob. The blob then tries to attack the freezer, but the cold stops it, leaving frozen pieces of itself in the doorway. Bunch of other stuff happens after this. One, a preacher goes to the restaurant freezer and gets the freezer frozen blob pieces at the end of the movie. He is doing a tent revival using the blob in the jar. And guess they thought they would have a sequel to this third reboot. Uh, Second, Brian goes back to his bike and discovers the military was behind it all. And then three, Meg and Brian eventually freeze the blob with nitrogen after, of course, the main military scientist gets ate by the blob. Personally, I enjoyed the movie and had fun rewatching this horror classic. I recommend you checking it out for yourselves. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, ring that notification bell to keep up with the latest videos, comment below to let me know what you thought. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and you can support the channel through Patreon. Links are in the video description below. Thank you very much.